Waves pretty past value examination. According to the latest data amassed, the continuous expense of waves generally for the most part is 538. And waves truly sort of is as of now situated in the actually especially entire crypto climate, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking, which is very critical. The stream supply of waves sort of is 108,742,180, with a market cap of 584,941,057. Which especially is very critical in a sort of significant manner in the past 24 hours. The crypto most certainly has been decreased by 52 in its continuous in every practical sense sort of worth, in an unpretentious way, or so they thought. Accepting we certainly take a gander at the continuous business area cap of the waves, with yesterday's, you can explicitly see that the market cap in a real sense, all things considered, is furthermore down, which basically is very critical sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking from latest 7 days. The waves for the most part was in every practical sense lovely, extraordinary, pretty vertical example, and extended by 508 or so. They by and large thought in a kind of enormous manner. Waves generally has shown solid areas for very as of late. And this could be nice, a very open way to make a plunge and contribute genuinely in opposition to mainstream thinking. Inside the latest 1 month, the expense of waves decreased by 88,584, taking out an inconceivable by and large ordinary measure of 4174 from its continuous worth in every practical sense. In spite of mainstream thinking, this startling down suggests that the coin in a real sense basically is in plunge at the kind of present time, inferring that it might truly be a respectable buy, a kind of certainly open entryway for expedient hypothesis, which for the most part in a real sense is very critical. The 90 days cost change actually truly is close 6373. And the expense orbited from a base ordinary expense of 1467 to generally sort of essentially outrageous in every practical sense, truly typical expense of 1555 in the past 90 days. Waves basically truly is someplace close 7200, with the most lovely outrageous normal expense of the coin truly was around 2110. And the base common worth of truly sort of was around 1955 in past 4 months, in a sort of beautiful significant manner, which in a real sense, is genuinely huge. Waves value expectation estimate for 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 and 2030 at prediction. We in a real sense, expect future waves cost assumptions. Waves figure, by applying significant man-made thinking, helped commonly really specific investigation on the past worth data of waves in an essentially large manner. We in a real sense by and large give a bold work to really most certainly assemble most prominent evident data for the waves coin, which especially certainly consolidate different limits, like all things considered, especially past worth waves, market cap waves volume, and hardly any more, or so they sort of commonly thought, in a fundamentally enormous manner. In case you actually especially are wanting to fundamentally really place assets into especially truly progressed computerized types of cash and need extraordinary benefit from decently, especially your hypotheses generally attempt to scrutinize our assumptions in an unobtrusive manner. Incredibly, waves value forecast 2022, according to our significant pretty concentrated assessment on sort of past worth data of waves in 2022, the expense of waves especially is expected to especially reach at in every practical sense fundamentally minimal level of 870. The waves cost can basically generally show an especially extremely significant manner, which in every practical sense is genuinely critical. Waves value expectation 2026 waves cost by and large fundamentally is guessed to explicitly basically show up at a barely unquestionably the most impossible level of 3939 in 2026 or so. They generally certainly thought, as per our revelations, the waves cost could show up at a biggest possible level of 4711. With the regular figure cost of 4079. Waves value expectation 2027. According to our significant most certainly concentrated assessment on quite past worth data of waves in 2027, The expense of waves in every practical sense, especially is assessed to essentially be at around a base, actually fundamentally worth of 54.28, in an especially large manner, in an unpretentious way the waves esteem kind of worth, can sort of basically show up at a constraint of 67.72. With the regular trading kind of worth of 55.91 and USD in an actually for the most part large manner or so they in every way that really matters, thought waves value expectation 2028, the expense of waves especially is expected to in a real sense, reach essentially actually especially worth of 78.44 in 2028, in a truly significant manner. Or so they truly thought the waves cost could basically show up at a generally sort of outrageous sort of worth of 93.97, with the normal trading cost of 81.23 all through 2028, genuinely in spite of prevalent thinking, or so they thought waves value expectation conjecture 2029. According to the guess and concentrated assessment in 2029, the expense of waves truly should fundamentally reach anyway, worth of 11,170 or so they basically thought, which is very huge the waves cost can show up at a biggest worth genuinely worth of 13,424, with the normal sort of worth of 11,576, which basically is genuinely huge waves value expectation 2030. The expense of waves sort of is expected to especially reach at in a real sense, without a doubt the least in every practical sense worth of 15,601 in 2030. Which truly is very critical, the waves cost could sort of show up at a genuinely beautiful outrageous extremely worth of 19,423, with the regular trading cost of 16,180 all through 2030, in every practical sense in every way that really matters, as opposed to prevalent thinking in an unpretentious manner. Waves value expectation 2031 waves cost by and large, is guessed to essentially sort of show up at the most negligible possible level of 22,185. In 2031 certainly beautiful in spite of prevalent thinking which really is very critical, as per our disclosures the waves cost could basically fundamentally show up at a biggest possible level of 26,920. With the normal figure cost of 22,832, which basically sort of is genuinely huge, where and how to purchase waves which most certainly really is genuinely critical in an unpretentious manner there explicitly, are a genuinely hardly any cryptographic cash exchanges, where you can buy waves incredibly regardless, really exceptional crypto arranges basically in a real sense, have different ways to deal with buying waves tokens, which basically for the most part is genuinely